Good morning, all. Today we are going to learn about articles, definite article. The In the previous video, we have in detail discussed about the articles, in particular indefinite article a or an. And in this video, you are going to learn about the definite article and how it should be used and where it should be used, what are the rules behind using articles and everything in this video. And let me introduce myself. I am CG Lakshmi Prasad, Assistant Professor of English, working at Government Degree College Atmakur, Vanaparthi district. And let us go to the today's topic, articles. As you know, in the previous video, I have explained that the usage of articles is new to Indians, particularly Indian languages. In Indian languages, we don't have the concept of articles. Not only in Indian languages, in the most of the languages of the world, there is no concept of articles. That's the reason why most of the Indian students or Indians find it very difficult in using articles correctly. And what do these articles do in English is they are used to indicate whether a noun refers to a specific or general item. That is, when you say dog, when you say a dog, you have to use an article. You say a dog or the dog. Then what is a dog and what is the dog? When you say a dog, it is a dog in general. That means it can be any dog. It is not we are not speaking about particular dog. When we say the dog, we are saying that we are speaking about the particular dog. And what decides whether it is general or particular, again, it depends on the listener. Somebody may ask, how can anybody say that any dog when he is saying a dog? It is not the speaker that is important, it is the listener that is important. When we are saying something to somebody, and we should decide whether the listener knows about that particular noun. Suppose when I say, I saw a dog to somebody, maybe to my friend Rama, and I have to assume that Rama doesn't know or he is not aware about which dog I am speaking. So the listener understands that I am speaking about some dog or some any dog or dog in general. But when I say the dog, the listener knows about which dog I am speaking. Maybe the dog, uh, uh, maybe I'm speaking about my pet dog. Okay, suppose when I say, uh, when I ask my daughter or son, have you fed the dog? Have you fed the dog? That means I am asking them about the dog which is in my house as a pet. I'm asking whether they have fed the dog. Okay, so listener becomes very important. So there only, and if this rule, this is a basic rule. If we understand this basic rule, then all articles can be used very easily. The rules for using articles in English are quite complex. I told you it's quite complex. Sometimes, we say a man, and in another place we say man. What is the difference between man and what is the difference between man and what is the difference between the man? I mean, see, there are three usages: man, a man, the man. Okay, and there are subtle differences between all these three, and we will discuss as we go forward. So far, students whose first language is not English, when to use an article and which article to use can cause problems. So, always there are problems to the students, and they always get confused about the articles and where it has to be used and where it has not to be used, and if at all it has to be used, which article has to be used, and all these are very problematic to the students. So what is an article? Okay, I told you they can be also called determiners. Determinants, when we say determinants, are not only articles are determinants, there are other determinants as well. Some, any, these are also called determinants. So articles are also kind of determinants. And as far as parts of speech concerned, it is an adjective because it qualifies the noun. And there are two types of articles: definite article and indefinite article. Okay, in the last class, we have in detail discussed about the indefinite article, and I hope you have understood that indefinite article. And now we are learning about definite article. However, when it comes to the usage of article, okay, there are four possible choices to the students. We can say the dog, we can say a dog, or we can say an apple, or there is no article at all. We simply say lunch. We don't say the lunch or a lunch or something like that. We don't say a bread, a water. We don't say the water. We simply say water. So there are four possibilities. So, means in for some nouns we need to use articles. So once we have to use article, there are three choices. We have to use either the, a, or an. Okay. If there is no article, we should not use article. So four options are there. We have to decide. A and an are indefinite articles. So in the last class, I have told you A and an, A or an are indefinite articles, and the is called definite article. Why this is called definite article and why A or an are called indefinite articles means when the listener is definite about what we are speaking, then we have to use definite article the. That's why the is called definite article. When the listener is not sure about what or which we are speaking about, then we have to use indefinite article. That means a or and depending upon the initial sound. If it is a vowel sound, we have to use an. If it is consonant sound, we have to use a. Let's go to the basic rule. Okay, what is the basic rule behind using articles? The first question, okay, when it comes to article, you have to ask, what is that? Is a listener or does the listener know about what I am speaking? If the listener, suppose I say, it is uh, it is dash book. This is a question given in the examination. It is dash book. Okay, or you are speaking to somebody. It is dash book. What should you use? Should I use a or should I use the? An is ruled out because book is starting with the consonant sound. So you can either use a or the book. Now the question is, does the listener know about which book I am speaking about? If he knows about which book I am speaking about, if the answer is yes, then there is no doubt we have to use the book. Okay, it is the book. If the answer is no, then we have to ask further more questions. Okay, the listener doesn't know about which book I am speaking about, then we have to ask ourselves some more questions. The first question is it a countable noun? Is it a countable noun? So we want to use an article before book. So book is countable noun. So first question is yes. After this, we have to ask another question. Is it a singular or plural? Book is singular, right? So singular means we can use indefinite article. Okay, if it is plural, we cannot use or we don't need to use article. If it is uncountable noun, again we don't need to use article. So singular countable noun. So book is it is countable noun. It is singular. Now the next question: which article of a or an should be used? Then we have to ask another question: is the book starting with vowel sound or consonant sound? If it is starting with vowel sound, we have to use an book but book is starting with the consonant sound, so we have to use a book. Okay, so here are some examples are given. I have been to the doctor. That means the listener knows about which doctor or I am speaking about. Maybe I am going to I go to every time when I am sick, I go to my family doctor. So the listener knows that once I say I've been to the doctor, he knows to which doctor I have gone. So there is no confusion. Then we have to use the adapter. Have you fed the dogs? Maybe I asked my son. Okay, so he knows about which dogs I am speaking about, the dogs at home. Okay, so we have to use the. So when I say there is a rat in the kitchen, I am saying that there is some rat. I am not very sure, or we are not aware, and it is not our friend. It is uninvited guest in our kitchen. So simply we say there is a rat. I need an envelope. Any envelope. We go to the bookshop and you simply ask, I need an envelope, or I want an envelope. Can you give me an envelope? We are not very particular about no particular envelope. It can be any envelope. Okay. So we simply say I need an envelope. Then no article. Okay, she is afraid of rats. Rats is plural. So here we should not use any article. Then I need help. Help is it is uncountable noun. You cannot count. Okay, you cannot say one help, two helps like that. So here again we don't need to use article. Now let's go to the next slide. Definite article. In the last previous class, we have already discussed about indefinite articles, and now in this session, we are going to learn definite article the. First, we'll see the rules where we have to use. I told you the listener must know. So you know which ones. That means listener. You means listener. When you know that which one I am speaking about, we use the. Okay. For example, I am going to the post office. When I say the sentence, when I say this to somebody, when I say this to my friend or my colleague or my officer, okay, where are you going? I am going to the post office. He knows that to which post office I am going to. There may be only one post office in your town, or there may be two or three post offices in a city, but he is very sure, the listener is very sure that whenever you go to the post office, you go to only to that post office. So you don't need to say I am going to a post office. You have to say I am going to the post office. The next one, I didn't like the film. Here means suppose you are telling to your friend. Okay, both of you have gone to the movie and you are coming back, and on the way you say that I didn't like the film. I didn't like the film. So here the listener, the one that the speaker and listeners are, both of you have seen the movie, and now you say I didn't like the film. So the listener knows about which film you are speaking about. Okay, he has no confusion. Okay, you are actually discussing about that film. Already you have been discussing. You say the hero is nice or heroine is nice, the concept is nice, fights are good, music is good, but still I didn't like the film. So which film? You have been discussing about that film, so you say I didn't like the film. So the listener is very sure about what we are speaking about. The next rule is listener knows because we have mentioned before. Sometimes listener may not know about the particular noun, but we have already mentioned it in the previous sentence. So now he knows. For example, she has got two children, a girl and a boy. The girl is 8 and the boy is 14. So here already we are saying that she has got two children, and who are the children? And one girl and one boy, a girl and a boy. So first time when we are saying a girl, a boy, because the listener doesn't know. The next time we are speaking about that particular girl and about that particular boy, we say the girl is 8 and the boy is 14. Just like suppose we say, see, here is there is a boy. There is a boy on the ground. There is a boy playing on the ground. First sentence. There is a boy playing on the ground. First time when we say a boy. In the second sentence, you want to say something more about that boy, particular boy. Then it becomes particular. Then we say the boy is running very fast. The boy is running very fast. When first time we say a boy. Second time we use the boy. Then the next rule is the listener knows because we say which one we mean. The listener, he knows. He comes to know about the noun. How does he know? Which one we mean? We give some extra information. For example, let us examine these examples. Who are the girls over there with John? Who are the girls? We are asking a question. Sorry, question mark is not put. Actually, there should be a question mark here. There should be a question mark. I have actually forgotten. There should be a question mark here. Okay, it has gone somewhere. Yeah, there should be a question mark, but I have put a full stop. Who are the girls over there with John? Who are the girls over there with John? So first, the listener doesn't know about the girls. Okay, he doesn't know. But here we are giving extra information over there. Means the girls who you can look, who you can see, okay, whom you can see. Then this over there is defining the girls. We are not speaking about all the girls, but we are speaking about the girls who are there, over there. And we are asking who are the girls. Maybe John doesn't know about the girls, but from the sentence he can understand about which girls I am speaking about. Then we have to use the girls. Then we have to use the girls. Let us examine the next one. I will tell the story about Rama and Sita. Okay, the story. It is not a story. Why? You can say, please tell me a story. Please tell me a story. A story means any story. But here we are speaking about, I will tell the story about Rama and Sita. About Rama and Sita. So Rama Sita story I am going to tell. So the story is defined here, or it is given extra information about which story we are I am going to tell. So we can say the story. Next rule, the listener understands from the situation. From the situation, he can understand. From the given situation, he can understand about what I am speaking about. Now, let us see example. Could you close the door? Could you please close the door? When I say there may be only one, and moreover, I may be showing my hand. Could you please close the door? So here I can use the door instead of a door. If there are so many doors, I can say a door. Okay, but here the listener is very sure about which door I am speaking about from the situation, or maybe I am showing my hand. So here I can use the door. The next one, my mother is in the kitchen. When I say where is your mother, somebody will come and ask where is your mother. You say my mother is in the kitchen. Which kitchen? Which kitchen she will be? She will be in your home, and in your home usually there will be only one kitchen. Okay, unless it is some hotel, there may be so many kitchens. Okay, but at home usually, okay, 99% of houses will have only one kitchen. So the kitchen. Where is your mother? She is in the bedroom. How many bedrooms are there? And two bedrooms may be there, but still you are very sure in which bedroom your mother will be usually. So even there you can use the bedroom. Or somebody will ask, where is the principal? The principal is in the principal's chamber. Where is the principal's chamber? It is only one in the college. Okay, and where is the chemistry lecturer? Chemistry lecturer is in the chemistry lab. How many chemistry labs are there? There is only one. Okay, so when there is only one, and when the listener is very sure about what we are speaking about, there we can use the next one. See the next example. Did you enjoy the party? Which party? Just now you are returning from the party and your mother will ask, okay, did you enjoy the party? So about which party your mother is referring to? She is referring to the party just now you have attended. Or somebody, your friend may ask, how is the party? It is very nice. How is the party? So you know about which party he is referring to. So in that case, we can use the party. Now let's go to some more rules. There is only one around. That means in this, when you are referring to something, there should be only one. Just like the previous rule also, same thing. Okay, all these rules go to basic rule. That's all. Basic rule is that when you are very sure about what you are speaking, when the listener is very sure about what you are speaking, you use that. That's all. And all other rules, they are supplementary rules for the basic rule. There is only one around. For example, the sun rises in the east. Wherever you go to America or Africa or Russia or China or India, Pakistan, wherever you go, when you say the sun, people immediately understand because there is only one sun to the earth. So the sun rises in the east, so everybody understand which sun you are speaking about. There is no confusion. People used to think the earth was flat, the earth. So is there any confusion? Are you speaking about this earth or some other earth? Maybe 100 years from now or 200 years from now, people may have another earth. Okay, people may be living. They may be floating from this earth to another earth. Maybe that time we have to say a earth, but as far as now, we have to say the earth because there is only one earth for the human beings. Then superlatives, and before superlatives we use the. Why? Again, see, all these rules I told you are supplementary to the main rule. Why do we use the before superlatives? Because when once we say the superlative, once we use superlative degree, there should be only one. Suppose you say, I am the tallest boy in the class, and there cannot be second one, and you are the tallest boy. That's all. So the tallest boy. I am the oldest in my family. Oldest will be only one. It cannot be two. Even if they are twins, we say the elder or younger. Okay, there may be just 5 minutes or 10 minutes gap between the elder brother and younger brother, but still there is elder one will be there. So I am the oldest, so there will be only one. So the oldest, the tallest, the highest, okay, the largest. When you say the largest or when you say the highest, there will be only one. So we use the. There could be only one. First, next, last, same, only. Okay, these are other some adjectives where when you use, okay, like superlatives, there could be only one. When we say the first student in the row, first student in the first row, how many will be there? There can be only one. There cannot be two persons in the first person first row. In the first row there may be so many students, but the first person first student in the first row could be only one. There cannot be two. Next, when we say next, next also will be only one. Last, the last student, there can be only one. Same school, same room, same person, there can be only one. There cannot be second one. If there is second one, we cannot say same. And only there is only one. There is only one. Only means one. That's all. Let us examine some examples. You will understand better. Can I have the next pancake? When I say next pancake, there can be only one. There cannot be two. We went to the same school. When we say the same school, it should be only one. Then only we can say same school. Otherwise, we have to say I went to some other school. Okay. He went to government school. I went to private school. There can be two. But when we say same school, there should be only one. So we say the same school. Next, sometimes what happens, we use the. It means the well known. He may be well known or he may not be well known. But when we use the, I want to emphasize that he is well known. For example, she married Pawan Kalyan, the actor. The actor. Where do we say the actor? There should be only one. When we say the sun, there is only one sun. The earth, there is only one earth. The moon, there is only one moon. The actor, is there only one actor? There are so many actors, and Pawan Kalyan is one of them. But still, I want to say the actor. Here, what I mean to say is he is very famous actor. That's all. There are so many actors, but he is a very famous actor. So as to mean. So as to mean the famousness of some noun, we can use the before such a noun. So in the example, she married Pavan Kalyan, the actor. Here I mean Pavan Kalyan is very famous actor. Let us go to the next example. I would like you to meet Veeresh, the novelist. Is there only one novelist? There are so many novelists. But in my opinion, Veeresh is the famous novelist. In my opinion, maybe in your opinion, he may not be very famous novelist. In my opinion, in the previous sentence, in my opinion, Pavan Kalyan is the famous actor. So I say the actor. In the same way, Veeresh, in my opinion, Veeresh is the famous novelist or one of the best novelists. So I use the novelist. Okay, the opinions change from person to person. Okay, but when I am saying something, I can use the novelist. And the listener understand that, in my opinion, Veeresh is very famous. Pavan Kalyan is very famous. Okay. When it represents a whole class, this I called when I say the cow is useful animal. Here the cow means all cows. It is not any particular cow or any cow. Okay, we can also generic noun. I told you, a cow. A cow means any cow. A dog means any dog. But the dog means all cows. Sorry, all dogs. The dog means all dogs. The cow means all cows. The banyan is a kind of fig tree. Okay, so when I am speaking about banyan, I am not speaking about that banyan tree or this banyan tree. The banyan as a tree in general, all banyan trees. What kind of tree it is? It is a fig tree. The rose is the sweetest of all flowers. There are so many flowers in the world, but one of the sweetest of all these flowers is the rose. The rose. So the rose means not this rose or that rose, the rose in general. The rose in general. Next, some more rules are there before some proper nouns. Usually, before proper nouns, we should not use any article. We don't say, I want to meet the Rama. Simply say, I want to meet Rama. Or simply say, this is Rama. I am Rama. My name is Rama. She is my friend Sita. We don't say she is my friend the Sita. We don't use. I am living in Hyderabad. Okay, or I live in Hyderabad. We don't say I live in the Hyderabad. We don't say. So before proper nouns, the basic rule is we should not use the. But in some cases we use the. Okay, let us examine where we have to use the before proper nouns. Oceans and seas. Oceans. Okay, and the seas. We have a number of oceans and number of seas. So before them we have to use the Pacific is a ocean, Indian Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Arabian Sea. It is a sea. And the rivers, even before the rivers, we say we use the Krishna, the Godavari, the Ganges. Suppose you say, I saw Krishna, I saw the Krishna. What is the difference between I saw Krishna and I saw the Krishna? When I say I saw Krishna, Krishna means a person. When I say I saw the Krishna means it is a river. Okay. I say uh, um, Godavari is very beautiful. Godavari is very beautiful. Though the Godavari is very beautiful. What does it mean? Godavari may be a girl. Some girls have Godavari names. Okay, particularly in West Godavari and East Godavari districts where Godavari flows. Uh, some people may have Godavari as their names. Even Krishna, we have number of people Krishnas. Okay, even our God Krishna is also named after Krishna. We say Lord Krishna, or I met Krishna. I am speaking to Krishna. We say, but Godavari is very beautiful. So here I am speaking about a girl named Godavari and she is very beautiful. When I say the Godavari is very beautiful, here I mean the Godavari river, it is very beautiful. The Ganges, Ganges means Ganga. Okay, Ganga is also called Ganges, the Ganges. Okay, then canals. So many canals like Suez Canal. We use the Suez Canal. Deserts, before deserts also we use the Sahara. Groups of islands. See, it should be group, not single island. For example, Sri Lanka is a single island. We cannot say the Sri Lanka. We simply say Sri Lanka. But if it is group of islands like Andaman Nicobar, it has a number of islands, and all together are called Andaman and Nicobar. So we say the Andaman and Nicobar. And in the same way, Lakshadweep, there are number of islands together are called Lakshadweep. So we say the Lakshadweep. There are so many such group of islands, and before the group of islands, we have to use the. Then mountain ranges. Mountain ranges. It should be series of mountains. Then only we can call mountain ranges, and before them we use the. We say the Himalayas, the Alps, the Vindhyas, the Western Ghats, the Eastern Ghats, the Satpuras. There are so many such mountain ranges in India. But we cannot say the Everest. Okay, the Everest is only some one hill, one hill. Okay, so before such hills, we should not use any article. Simply say Everest. Then before the names of some countries, which include words like republic and kingdom. Usually, before the names of countries, we don't say the India. I live in India. That's all. I don't say I live in the India, but I can say I live in the United Kingdom. I live in the US. Okay, United States. Okay, like when we have words like republic and kingdom and the US, okay, abbreviations, we use the. For example, the Irish Republic, the United Kingdom, the Ukraine, the Netherlands, okay. Only to some countries we can use the, not to all the countries. We cannot say the Pakistan, the China, the India, the America. We cannot say the America also. We should not say, but we can say United States, the US. We can say when we say America, we cannot say the America. We can say the US. Okay, like that. Then before names of certain books, okay, particularly religious books, okay, very famous books, we say the Vedas, okay, the Puranas, the Ramayana, the Quran, the Bible, the Guru Granth Sahib, such holy books. Before the holy books, we have to use the, not all the books. We cannot say, suppose English textbook name is some, maybe some name is given. We cannot say the, something like that. But even for these books, if we use a writer's name, we cannot use the. For example, Iliad is written by Homer, and when we say Homer's Iliad, we cannot say Homer's the Iliad or the Homer's Iliad. You should not say. In the same way, Valmiki's Ramayana. We don't say the Valmiki's Ramayana. We simply say Valmiki's Ramayana. Or we cannot even say Valmiki's the Ramayana. We can say the Ramayana. But Valmiki's Ramayana, we cannot say the Valmiki's Ramayana. So always some kind of exceptions are very common in English grammar. Before names of things unique of their kind, I told you this rule has already come, but unique of their kind. That means that is unique. That is only one. The sun, the sky, the ocean, the sea, the earth, the moon, and there is no secondary to these things. So such things we use the. Before a proper noun, when it is qualified by an adjective or a defining adjectival class, usually we don't say the Rama, but we can say if there is an adjective, like we can say the great Rama, okay, the great Ashoka, Ashoka the great, we say Ashoka the great Caesar, Caesar the great. Okay, the immortal Shakespeare, means Shakespeare is immortal. He has no death. Even still, he is alive in our thoughts. Okay, the Mr. Rai whom you met last night is my uncle. See, here we have adjective. Here, adjective class is there. We are defining about the person. Okay, when we say Mr. Rai, the Mr. Rai, I told you in the last class, the Mr. Rai, a Mr. Rai, even a also can be used. A Mr. Rai means some person who is whose name is Mr. Rai. whose name is Mr. Rai, but I am not very sure who he is. Who he is, and in that case, we say a Mr. Rai or a Mr. A Mrs. Sujata or something like that. But when we say the Mr. Rai, it means we are defining. Last night, my friend met somebody, and he says that his name is Mr. Rai. Okay, he says, when he says, my friend says, my friend can say like this: I met a Mr. Rai yesterday. I met a Mr. Rai yesterday, because he doesn't know who is Mr. Rai, but he came to know that his name is Mr. Then you say, the Mr. Rai whom you met last night is my uncle. He is none other than, but he is my uncle. Here you are defining Mr. Rai. A Mr. Rai becomes the Mr. Rai here. Okay, because you are defining whom you met last night is defining or giving some extra information about the Mr. Rai. So you use the Mr. Rai. Next, before musical instruments, before musical like the drums, the flute, and we have to use the, he can play the flute. We don't say he can play flute. Okay, he can play the flute, he can play the drums, he can play the veena. And then before an adjective, when the noun is understood, okay, before the we have usage structure where adjective alone can be used as a noun. Okay, like the poor are always with us. Poor is actually adjective. Poor is actually adjective. And here, if we use the poor means poor people. The poor means poor people. The poor are always with us. So such words, the intelligent, the poor, the wise. The wise means the wise people. The intelligent means the intelligent people. Like that we can use. So we have to use that. Then only we understand that the poor means poor people. Before a noun with emphasis to give a force of a superlative. And I want to emphasize, like I know in the previous sentence, she married Pavan Kalyan, the actor. In the same way, some kind of emphasis has to be given to given in some sentence. There you can use the before noun. The verb is the word in a sentence. The verb is the word in a sentence. See, here we are using the word. That means the can be used when there is only one. But usually in sentence means there will be so many words. Okay, subject, verb, object. We will have pronoun, preposition, verb, adjective. So many words may be there. But still we are saying the verb is the word in a sentence. Oh, so here what I mean, the word is the chief word or the important word. Verb alone can become a sentence. That's why the verb is very important in the sentence. So what I mean is verb is very important. In order to say verb is very important in the sentence, I can simply say the verb is the word in a sentence. Like we can say, he is the man. Okay, he's a masculine. He's a masculine. When we want to you know say about his masculinity or his vigor or his power, you can say he is the man. He is the man. And is there only one man? Is there only one man? No. What we mean is that he's a superman, like that. Okay, he's very good man, or he's a very powerful man. There we say, in that way we can say he's a man who saved me. He's the man who saved me. Okay, as an adverb with the comparatives. Okay, uh, when we are comparing, okay, some adverbs. Okay, there also we use the more, the merrier. That means by how much more? By so much the merrier. How much more you earn, the merrier you will be. The more you enjoy, the more you enjoy, the merrier you feel. Something like that. These are adverbs. Adverbs compare. We are comparing. We are using it as a proverbs as well. The more they get, the more they want. The more they get. Okay. Suppose when we are playing some games, the more you play, the more you want to play. Still more you want to play. ఓకే, ఇంకా ఆడదామనే ఆలోచన వస్తూ ఉంటుంది అన్నట్టు. నెక్స్ట్, ఒమిషన్ ఆఫ్ ద, వేర్ వీ షుడ్ నాట్ యూస్ ఆర్టికల్. No article, not only definite article, even indefinite article, where we should not use. Okay, these are the rules for where we should not use any article. Let us go to the rules where we should not use, where we cannot use any article for that matter of fact. First thing, before the substances, abstract nouns, uncountable nouns. Substance means what? Some something. It is not something solid. It is something, maybe it is liquid, maybe it is something substance. We cannot use the, for example, sugar is substance. Okay, sugar is bad for your teeth, and moreover sugar is uncountable noun. Sugar is substance, so we should not use the sugar, we should use sugar. Gold is precious metal, so we cannot say gold, because why? Gold is uncountable, we cannot count gold. We can only weigh the gold. We cannot say I have two golds. I cannot say. I may say I have two biscuits of gold or 2 grams of gold, something like that I can say, but I cannot say I have two golds. Wisdom is a gift of heavens. Wisdom is a gift of heavens. Wisdom again is abstract noun. We cannot see. What is abstract noun? Something that we cannot perceive with our sensory organs. We have 5 sensory organs, and we get to know about things from these 5 sensory organs. Okay, we know about the hardness of some object by touching it. We know the color of some object through our eyes. We know the taste of some object through our um, you know uh, through our sensory organs. Okay, so like that, we have 5 sensory organs through which we get to know about the object. But there are certain things which we cannot perceive or which we cannot understand through our 5 sensory organs. Suppose when I say wisdom, how do you, can you see that wisdom? Can you touch that wisdom? Can you feel that wisdom? Can you taste that wisdom? No. So wisdom is an idea. It can only be understood through our inner, uh, you know, uh, mind. We cannot see. There was one question I usually used to ask to my students. Okay, suppose you are a teacher and you are teaching LKG students. Okay, you are teaching English to the LKG students. And how can you teach? Okay, suppose you want to tell the you are teaching them words. Okay, you're writing a word on the blackboard, and you're teaching them. Suppose you wrote a pen. How do you make them understand a pen? It's very simple. You just take your pen from your pocket and show it is called a pen, so students can see. And even you can give that pen to them, and they can touch and they can see, or even they can open their cap and they can write, and they know so many things about the pen. Okay, so they can feel. But when you say honesty, where is honesty? How do you teach honesty to them? What do you show them and tell them that this is called honesty? There is no substance, there is no object, there is nothing that you can show and say that it is called honesty. Then how do you teach honesty? And you tell one story, okay, about some honest person and how he is honest. So because it is an idea, it is an idea. So he understands after listening to your story that honesty is this. In the same way, wisdom is this, virtue is this. These are all abstract nouns, and before abstract nouns we should not use any article. Wisdom is a gift of heavens, honesty is the best policy, virtue is its own reward. Okay, truth, even truth, and all those things are abstract nouns. Before abstract nouns, before substances, before uncountable nouns, we cannot use any article for that matter. You cannot use either indefinite article or definite article. You cannot use. Then uncountable nouns can take the when used in a particular sense, but this is an exception. This rule is an exception to this rule. Okay, so far we told that we should not use any article before uh, you know uncountable nouns or abstract nouns or substances. But in some cases, we can use uncountable nouns. In some cases, uncountable nouns can take the when used in a particular sense. So, what are those situations where we can use the before uncountable nouns? I told you sugar is bad for your teeth. We should not use the. But here in this sentence, sugar is taking definite article the. Would you pass me the sugar? Would you pass me the sugar? So where is this situation? You are sitting on the table. Okay, maybe not only you, whole family is sitting there. Maybe some of your friends and everybody is sitting around the table, and you are having lunch. You are having dinner, and you ask somebody. Okay, your sugar bottle is far away. You ask somebody, could you please pass the sugar? Pass the sugar. Which sugar? Okay, here you are very particular. Here the listener is very sure about what you are speaking. So you say the sugar, the sugar. The wisdom of Solomon is great. See, in the previous one, wisdom, before wisdom we should not use. It is abstract noun. We should not use the. But here we are speaking about particular person's wisdom, not wisdom in general. We're speaking about Solomon's wisdom. So the wisdom of Solomon is great. I can't forget the kindness with which he treated me. I can't forget the kindness. Even see kindness here. Kindness is defined about whose kindness we are speaking about. Some person. He treated me. He showed you kindness. So we are speaking about his kindness. So the kindness. The gold I saved for years is stolen by thieves. So I am not speaking about gold in general, but for many years I've been saving my money and my earnings, and I bought gold and kept it in my house, and I am speaking about that gold. So we said the gold I saved for years is stolen by thieves. Next, there are some more rules as far as the omission of the article before proper nouns, names of persons, names of countries. Except in the last rule we told in some countries names the US, the Netherlands, the some countries we use the. Other than that, we should not use the, like examples Gopal, Rahim, Europe, Pakistan, Hyderabad, Mount Everest. Even Mount Everest also we should not say the Mount Everest. Simply say Mount Everest. The Himalayas you can say, but Mount Everest, the Mount Everest you should not say. Then before names of meals, meals used in general sense of lunch, breakfast, dinner, you should not use. What time do you have lunch? That's all. What time do you have the lunch? What time do you have a lunch? You should not say dinner is ready. We don't say the dinner is ready. Dinner is ready. But if there is an adjective before breakfast, lunch, dinner, etc., there again we can use a or the whatever. So sometimes we can use indefinite article, or sometimes we can use definite. Let us see. I had a late lunch today. I had a late lunch. So we are using adjective late. So we are using a late. The dinner we had at the tourist hotel was very nice. So we are not speaking about some dinner, but we are speaking about the dinner which we had at the tourist hotel. We are speaking about the particular dinner which we had at the tourist hotel. Then we can use the dinner. Okay. Now let's go to the next slide. Before languages, in the same way, before languages we should not use the. We don't say we are studying the English. We are studying English, but we can say the English. We can say the English. The English means English people. We can say the French. The French means French people. Okay, French means language. The French means French people. English means language. The English means English people. We speak Kannada at home. So we don't say we speak the Kannada at home. We simply say we speak Kannada. Before school, college, church, bed, table, these are all public places. Before the public places we should not use the if we are speaking about that public place as a primary purpose. Suppose I can say I go to college every day. As a student I can say, but suppose if your father comes to your college to see you or to meet the principal, or for some other purpose, then you can say my father is coming to the college. My father is coming to the college. Why? He is not coming to the college to study. He is coming to the college for some other purpose other than study. College is meant for studying, okay, and no other purpose. But A hospital, for example, hospital, what is the purpose of hospital? It's again a public place. What is the purpose of hospital? You go to purpose, sorry, you go to hospital to get treatment for your illness. But you also can go to hospital to visit a patient. Then you can say, I am going to the hospital. So I am going to the hospital means you are not ill, you are not a patient, you are going there to meet maybe a doctor or maybe a patient. So other than primary purpose, we go to church on Sundays. So when you say, I'm going to church, that means you are going there to pray. Okay. Suppose when somebody else say, I am going to the church, maybe he wants to see the beauty of the church. I'm going to the temple. He wants to see the beauty of the sculpture in the temple. He stays in bed till 9 every morning. So, what is the purpose of bed? Sleeping. Okay, then we say bed. So, we can, if suppose if we say the bed, maybe he is on the bed. He is on the bed means he is not sleeping, he's doing something else. He's he's on the bed and trying to reach some place in the maybe some cupboard may be there. It is very high, so he's standing up on the bed and he's trying to reach that place. My uncle is still in hospital, so my uncle is a patient, so he is in hospital. He is sent to prison. Maybe he must have done something wrong, so court has sent him to prison. Why he has to be there? Suppose you also can say, I am going to the prison to meet some culprit. Okay, somebody who is in the prison. So you, as a visitor, you can go to the prison. But as a culprit, or if you are punished to be in the prison, you cannot say, I am in the prison. You say, I am in prison, or I am going to prison, I am sent to prison. I am going to market. Even market is a public place. So why do you go to market? To buy some vegetables or to buy something. Then you say, I am going to market. Next one, omission of the article continues. In certain phrases consisting of transitive verb followed by its objective. To catch fire. These are some, you know, phrases where we cannot use the, a, or an. To catch fire, we cannot say to catch the fire. To take breath, to give battle, to cast anchor, to send word, to bring word, to give ear, to give a ear. We cannot say to lay seas, to set foot, to set the foot. No, no, we cannot say to set the foot, to set foot, to leave home, to strike root, to take offense. All these are phrases where you cannot use the or a or an. Certain phrases consist of preposition followed by its object. In the same way, if there is a preposition before that noun, you cannot use the. At home, we don't say at the home, at home, that's all. In hand, in debt, by day, by night, at daybreak, at sunrise, at noon, at sunset, at night, at anchor, at sight, on demand, at interest, on earth, by land, by water, by river, by train, by steamer, by name, on horseback, on foot, on deck, in jest, at dinner, at east, above ground. These are prepositional phrases where we cannot use any article before the noun. Before the noun. Okay. And let's practice. Some questions are given, but these are not sufficient. You have to practice more exercises to understand any grammar point in detail. First, let us see. Do you see the blue sky? Okay, we here we are speaking sky. It's unique. So the blue sky. The school will shortly close for the puja holidays. See here's the school. Here I am not speaking about education as such. The school here means building. The building will shortly close for the puja holidays. That is the meaning. The sun shines brightly. The sun shines brightly. Sun, there is it is unique. There is only one sun. The Ganga, it is a river name. So the Ganga is a sacred river. The lion is the king of beasts. So here I am not speaking about particular lion. Lion in general, or all lions, is the king of beasts. Who is the girl sitting there? So who is the girl sitting there? So we are giving some extra information about the girl. So it becomes understood by the listener. So the girl. Which is the longest river in India? river. So the, and moreover it is a superlative also, longest. So we have to use the. English is the language of the people of England. See here, the language. Actually, before language we cannot say, but language as a word we can say English is the language of the people of England. So here we are defining about which language we are speaking, and here the people again. Here people again is defined. Okay, we are not speaking about any people. We are speaking about people of England. So we have to use the in both the cases. Jyoti got the best friend. So, okay, here superlative degree, so we have to use the. India is one of the most industrial countries in Asia. Again, superlative degree, the most industrial countries. Draw the map of India. So we are not speaking about any map, we are speaking about particular map. So the map of India. It was the proudest moment of my life. Again, superlative degree, proudest. So here again we have to use the. Okay. Thank you very much. I hope I have made you clear. And we'll have many more such videos, grammar, in order to make you understand and in order to make you make grammar very simple. I'm going to produce many more such videos for you. Keep watching and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.